Alice in Wonderland is definitely one of the most engrossing stories ever told. Everyone knows the characters, all seem to think it's magical, and a lot of people love the concept of being stuck in Wonderland. Who can blame them, right? We all experience moments in our lives where we feel like we want to escape our reality and wish that we are in a different place and a different scenario. A place where our problems are not there, and a place where we can enjoy the possibility of being free from any burden or any struggle that we might be experiencing in the present moment. Alice probably had these moments too, but luckily for her, she fell down the rabbit hole and landed in an entirely different dimension where she met peculiar beings such as the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, the Red Queen, and many more. She even had the chance to experience new adventures and new sensations. She grew, she shrinked, she fought the jabberwocky among things. Or was it all real? Have you, as an observer, ever thought of that? At first glance, Alice's story was very interesting to watch because of its unique concept. But if we try to take a closer look, we can see the subtle yet astonishing way mental illnesses were portrayed in the movie. But in this video, we will only focus on Alice and the evident symptoms of schizophrenia that she exhibited. Before anything else, let us first define schizophrenia. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 5th edition, or the DSM-5, schizophrenia is a disorder characterized by disturbances in thought, emotion, and behavior. Disordered thinking, faulty perception and attention, inappropriate expressions, and a lack of emotional responsiveness. Its clinical features are divided into 3 categories: positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and disorganized symptoms. For positive symptoms, distortions, delusions, hallucinations, and abnormal behaviors are present. For negative symptoms, there are 5 behavioral deficits involved, and these are 1. Avolition, or the lack of motivation; 2. Eulogia, also known as the poverty of speech or lack of conversation; 3. Anhedonia, or the inability to experience pleasure; 4. Asociality, or social isolation; and 5. Flat affect, or the lack of outward expression of one's emotion. And lastly, disorganized symptoms include disorganized speech and disorganized behavior, like childlike wandering or the decline in overall functioning. Additional symptom is called catatonia, which is a psychomotor disorder that involves lack of movement and communication. What is the possible cause of schizophrenia? There are a lot of risk factors for this kind of disorder. It can be due to biological factors such as genetics, neurotransmitters, or it may have something to do with the brain structure and function. Psychological stress can also play a role in developing schizophrenia, like the socioeconomic status of the person or other family-related factors. Going back to Alice, now that you know what schizophrenia is, let us dissect the symptoms she displayed in the movie. First and foremost, Alice distorted her reality by creating a different world in the form of Wonderland. This alone is already considered to be a form of hallucination, which is one of the vital symptoms of the disorder. In this other world, she created an entirely distinct situation where she was the main hero. She met new, unusual friends. She could talk with animals, and she had strange but fun adventures. Needless to say, she was also hearing voices. She was seeing things that others could not see, and she had false beliefs about the world she created. Now, what if you know someone who has hallucinations and delusions and are exhibiting other symptoms of schizophrenia? What can you possibly do for them? People with schizophrenia are often unaware that they have the disorder because they are no longer in touch with their reality. You cannot expect them to ask for help or seek professional care because they themselves do not even know that they need it. The best thing you can do is to step up and seek professional help on their behalf. There are a lot of treatments available for schizophrenia, which often includes hospitalizations and medications. Hospitalizations are needed in some cases to stabilize their medications and to secure the patient's safety. especially if the patient is displaying suicidal or homicidal ideation and grossly inappropriate and disorganized behavior. They will also need hospitalization if they are no longer capable of taking care of themselves and no family members are willing to take care of them. As for the medications, their psychiatrist may prescribe either a first-generation or a second-generation antipsychotic drug. If a loved one or someone close to you is displaying signs and symptoms of schizophrenia, do what you can to help them. Reach out to professionals so they can get the treatment that they need, and always be there to support them throughout the treatment process. Check out one of our newest videos here. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more videos about your favorite Disney and Marvel characters and the psychology behind them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.